Welcome to the T-Pac arcade. Today's game is Astrowar for the Atari 2600. In this 1983 shoot-'em-up from Dimax, your starship is minding its own business in the Milky Way when it suddenly finds itself bombarded by an onslaught of space stuff. Presumably asteroids and aliens, because this is an Atari space game, and any self-respecting Atari space game should have asteroids and aliens. So what are you going to do about said asteroids and aliens? Well, naturally, blast them with your lasers. Astrowar may not be nice enough to let you stargaze peacefully in an unobstructed section of the Milky Way, but it is nice enough to equip you with auto-fire. So hold down that action button and the lasers will just keep on going. As for the other controls, you just fly around with the joystick. Up and down, backward and forward, although you don't want to move forward all that often, best to give those space rocks some distance, at least until after you've blown them up. Asteroids come in various sizes and break apart into smaller chunks when they're hit. And you'll want to blast as many of those chunks as you can, because all asteroids that get past you subtract from your score. Of course, you're in for a much worse fate if any of the aliens get past you, because if that happens, well, you just straight up die. But at least an alarm sounds whenever an alien is approaching to catch your attention. I mean, we've already given up on the whole peaceful stargazing idea, so you gotta keep your finger on that trigger all the time. And aim pretty carefully, because you'll whiff on those narrow hazards even if you're just a couple pixels too high or too low. So essentially, Astrowar is a game of score and stock management, as you dodge what you have to stay alive, and shoot what you can to build up your score. Which is more than just an arbitrary number here, because you earn bonus lives every 2,000 points or so, and crossing certain score thresholds advances you to the next level of the game. Now, don't expect anything new as you move through the levels, well, aside from a changing background color. Who knew the Milky Way could be lime green and purple? Because we get all the same alien and asteroid action, just faster. To the point that level 6 is nearly unplayable as everything moves at the speed of sound. I don't know what kind of space travel time dilation is going on here, but my sloth reflexes just aren't going to cut it anymore. That being said, I was just happy to make it that far, breaking the 100k score barrier to get to level 6. And Astrowar still offers a meaty half hour or so of manageable gameplay before annihilating however many lives you have left with asteroids and aliens that make bullets look like turtles by comparison. So even though there are no game variations or difficulty switch options as far as I can tell, Astrowar runs the challenge gamut just fine with its default mode. Now, my favorite and least favorite parts of Astrowar have to do with the visuals and audio. I absolutely love the simplicity of the white sprites on the monochrome background, with fun digital scramble noises for bonus lives. And I don't even mind the slightly shrill alien alarms or the fact that, for some reason, the edge of the playfield graphics get mirrored and flickery at the left side of the screen. Not sure if that's an artifact of playing a European PAL game on my American system or just a programming error. No, the real problem here is the audio-visual assault of losing a life. The screen flashes so rapidly that it gave me genuine seizure concerns, and if an alien happens to be going off as you explode, the accompanying, repeating high-pitched whistle is so painful that I had to reach for the volume control just to keep my ears from bleeding. As if there wasn't already incentive enough to keep from dying in Astrowar, this legitimate sensory attack will be sure to elevate your efforts of self-preservation. But at least the fancy, sparkly explosion graphics are cool to look at least as long as you can manage to keep your eyes on the painful, strobing screen. But overall, Astroblast certainly isn't a painful experience, all things considered, in spite of its admittedly C-tier Atari jank. I mean, it's a 2600 space shooter with bleeps and bloops and asteroids and aliens. And that's definitely A-tier game time in my book.